Hi, this is Margaret Hernandez with the Ann Roma Group, and today we're going to talk about goal setting with action. Turn a dream into a goal into reality. And the purpose of this exercise is to have goals with actions for a big future purpose. The first step I'd like us to think about is think of the last time that you were really proud of yourself. A time when you were really focused and determined, and a time when maybe you developed new skills. You may need to take yourself back to college or to high school or 2 months ago or 1 year ago. I want you to really think about a time that you were really motivated and driven and you just knew that the sky was the limit. Because this type of energy is what we need to achieve goals and to really get them in action. Next, I want you to take a moment and I want you to envision yourself in 5 years. Ideally, where would you like to be? What would you like to be doing? What does your career look like? What does your home life look like? What does your social life look like? What does your life specifically look like in 5 years, ideally? Second, now that you have that ideal life, and you have that reminder of that time in your life when you were really motivated. Now, compare and contrast where you are now and where you want to be. Where are the gaps? What changes do you know need to be made? What steps need to be made? Is there something in your life now that you know causes you struggles or problems day in and day out? And to achieve that 5-year ideal life for you, do you still see that there, or is that no longer part of your life? What would you like to see in your life? What do you want to see changed? What do you know needs to be changed? Now it's time to think about our personal mountaintop, and that's that 5-year mark. And I want you to list 10 goals that would get you to your 5-year mountaintop. That life that you envisioned, ideally, career, social, family, and what 10 goals in front of you would get you there? With your 10 goals in front of you, I'd like you to place a check next to 5 of those 10 goals to indicate that those are the most important to you. So now in front of you, you have 10 goals, 5 with checks next to them to indicate that those are the most important. Next, I want you to examine those 5 goals that have checks next to them, and I'd like you to circle 3 of those top 5 goals. So now you're looking at 3 circled top 3 goals. So you have a list of 10 goals, 5 goals that are most important, and now you have 3 that are most important. Now let's take it one step further. Of those 3 top goals, I want you to eliminate 1 goal and be left with 2 goals. And those 2 goals, I want you to highlight and place 2 stars on either side of those goals, because those are important. Because what those are the 2 changes and the 2 accomplishments that are going to help you to live your ideal life in 5 years. So what's the next step? You have your top 2 goals. You need to plan. They're not just going to come true because we have them written on our board or hanging on our wall or in our wallet. We have to make action towards those goals. Your attitude is key. Your planning is key. Execution is key. Now the sheet that you see in front of you is just a diagram of a sheet that we can provide you to help you plan out your goal progress and to help you to plan for the next steps. Have next steps and give yourself due dates. We all have lives to lead, so we don't have 24 hours a day to just be working on, our next achievement. We have families to take care of. We have a job to be done. We have personal responsibilities. But I encourage you to at least take 30 minutes a week to work towards those top 2 goals. This sheet in particular, if you get that from us, is nice because if you're looking at your top 2 goals, you can just divide this in half. So divide right along this line and divide those 2 goals into the top 3 steps and then progress that way. You might be able to work on this sheet for 6 months because you want to be organized. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. So we remember a time when we were really motivated. We thought about where we want to be in 5 years. We have 10 goals that we broke down into our top 2. And what you'll see by achieving those top 2 and making progress, you're going to achieve the majority of those other 8. Or your goals might change as you open new doors of opportunity. And now we have our plan. So what next? With a plan in place, you just need to take it one day at a time, one step at a time. You need to put forth an effort and persevere through anything that might seem like a failure. Persevere through it. Get over it. Be determined and be consistent. It's also important to have accountability. Someone who you can trust to say, I'm working on something in my life and I just want to be able to bounce things off of you. And that's really all they'll be able to do. Because our achievements are our own achievements, and these are things that we can only do together. People in our lives can be encouraging to us, but we're going to have to do the legwork. In this quote it says, "Decide carefully exactly what you want in life, then work like mad to make sure you get it." And I just encourage you to do that, to take these 2 goals that are in front of you and know that they were important enough for you to write down. And so now they're important enough to take the next step. If you need any guidance, down in the left-hand corner you see how you can get in touch with Ann Roma, and we'd be happy to guide you to that next step. Thank you and have a wonderful day.